Okay, so right here I'm gonna show you guys a very simple 5-minute scalping strategy, and with all the things I'm gonna share here, it's gonna be very simple and easy to apply.
Now, one thing that you can do that can actually help you know a lot about the market is going to the higher time frame to find out what's actually happening there. Now, preferably if you're looking for a higher time frame, I'll suggest you actually use the 1 hour time frame, because I feel like that's actually a solid point to where the market is going. Now, once you're actually in the higher time frame, you need to check whether the market is actually in a consolidation or in a trend. If the market is in a consolidation on the higher time frame, this is actually a very interesting point. But if the market is already like in a trend, uptrend, downtrend, the higher time frame is actually of no much use. You can still go back to the 5-minute. Now, in order for us to actually draw everything correctly, we have to try to put everything in landscape mode and maybe see if you can actually spot those things out.
Now at this point right here, we could see like a consolidation in the market, but when I mark everything up, you see how clear it is. Now we can actually go ahead and place in our support by finding the point where price is mostly reacting to. So from how I'm placing mine, we could see the hidden support in the market is not coming into light.
And once you've already drawn in like the support in the market, what we can do right here is to draw in the resistance in the market.
So now, just as we did for our support, we're going to be looking for the place where price is mostly reacting to in terms of our resistance, and as you can see right here, this is actually the point price is actually reacting to.
We have already drawn in like the support of the market, and we've drawn in like the resistance in the market in like a possible consolidation. So now once you've already done this, you can go ahead and go to the lower time frame, which is the 5 minutes. Now this is the 5-minute time frame, and you can see how this actually makes everything a lot more easier. Now on the 1 hour time frame, this is actually a consolidation, but on the 5-minute time frame, this is actually a clear trend in the market. Now with this, you can actually plan out where you can take your trades and where you can actually close out your profit. Now like I said, this is only for consolidations in the market.
Now this next thing I'm about to show you will actually help you get your entries in the market and close out in the points that you want to, and you can use this to trade what I just showed you and trends in the market.
Now what about situations of trend in the market? Now if you're already like an old viewer, I'm going to be changing up something, and I'm sure you want to pay close attention. Now what you want to do right here is that you want to go to this indicator section right here, and what you want to search right here is actually the moving averages. Now the first thing you need to do is to put in the normal one that we had. We're going to change this to like the 25 moving average, and we can actually make this to be blue is not bad, you can keep it blue. So we're gonna hit done. So what you still want to do right here is I want to go to the indicator section again and tap into the moving average, and what you want to do right here is I want to change this to the 9 moving average. Let's change this to red, and let's try to increase the pixel. Go ahead and hit done. Now as you can see right here, we actually have 2 moving averages, which is the red moving average and the blue moving average. The red moving average is obviously the 9 SMA, and the blue moving average is actually 25 moving average. That is the 25 simple moving average. What this two does is actually different. Now in case you don't know anything about the moving average, it's very simple. Whenever I see price above the moving averages, it's trying to indicate a buy, and whenever I see price below the moving averages, is indicating a sell. Now these 2 moving average have 2 different works altogether. There are 2 different works. Although there's one thing about the moving average is not good in terms of consolidation in the market. Now one thing you need to concur about this moving average is whenever you're taking a buy or a sell in the market, you want to make sure that price is actually above the 9 moving average and the 25 moving average. Now the work of the 9 moving average is to directly follow the trend. So in case there's any point of retracement, you can go ahead and close your trade before that retracement happen. We can see from this point price actually go above the moving average. Now once we see that price is actually going below the 9 moving average, we know that there's actually a retracement in the market. Now at this point, this all depends on you. Are you planning on holding the trade for a long time, or are you just planning to hold the trade for a short time? In case you're holding the market for a short time, you can actually go ahead and close your trade when price is going below the 9 moving average. As you could see, you'll be able to secure yourself some pips down in retracement. Now at this point, price was actually above the 9 moving average, so this is trying to tell us the trend is still intact. Once we see price trying to go below the 9 moving average, this is trying to tell us that here is in a retracement. Now as you can see right here, this is actually a gap in the market, and a gap in the market means that this was actually Saturday Sunday period, and during Saturday Sunday period there's no actually like session in the market till about 10 hours or so. Now, just as common sense, when market is not in session, or New York session, London session, or any of those things of the pair you're trading, you don't need to go ahead and trade that pair. If we could look from this period right here, we could see that the 9 moving average is telling us that the trend is intact until this point right here, when price went below the 9 moving average, which is trying to tell you retracement in the market. But if you see price still going down below the 25 moving average, this is trying to tell you, okay, the trend is over. So this was exactly the same thing that happened, and a change in trend happened. Still, the 9 moving average, you can see this point right here, 25 moving average giving us that confirmation that, okay, this is still a downtrend. 9 moving average showing us that, oh, the trend is actually still intact to this point right here. So this is actually very useful. So let's go into this point right here, add in the relative strength index. Let's check for the relative strength. Okay, we can see right here, relative strength index. What is relative vigor index? Focus. Relative strength index. So we'll tap that in the normal settings, default settings. You don't need to change anything, and we have to go to this period and hit done. Now, what you have to actually do is to use this relative strength index to work hand in hand to know the direct trend in the market. Now, if you go to this point right here, which is quick section, you can see that I'm actually currently in a trade on EURGPY. Let me show you guys. Now, everything that I'm explaining here is what I'm doing, but actually on the higher time frame, which is actually, as you guys know, I love trading the 1 hour time frame. Now, as you can see, this is exactly everything that I'm applying here. At this point right here, price is actually above the 9 and the 25 moving average. So I went ahead to take in my entry, as you can see right here, above the 9 and 25. And if you look at the RSI, you can see that price is actually coming from the lowest point in the RSI. So this actually made a lot of sense to take this trade. As you can see, it's currently in profit, and this is something you can even apply on any time frame. Forget that I even tagged it like the 5 minute. You can apply this on every time frame and it will be okay.
Now, if you want me to make a detailed video about the relative strength index, just leave it in the comment and I'll do just that.
Now look at the moving average. You can see the same thing. If you look from here, it's still showing us the same thing. So if you guys love this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a part of the family, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.